Hey everyone, MrTass here, MrTass Tech Reviews. I have got a new review for you, an item that was sent to me. This is the Awgem 45 watt wireless ultrasonic cutter, the KE5. Now, if you've watched my channel, you saw I reviewed a different type of sander and a different type of cutter. This one I think might have both features combined into one. So I'm really curious to check it out. You can see here on Amazon, it's listed, there's a 150, a 160, and a 140. Different packages. We'll kind of just click through and see what's going on with those. You may also be able to find this on like AliExpress, Alibaba, those types of things. But for now, I'm going to stick to the Amazon. And again, this is an ultrasonic cutter, and it has sanding pieces and yeah, different types of stuff. So we're going to get into this. Let's check out the Amazon though here real quick. So 45 watt ultrasonic cutter, the KE5, dual 3000 milliamp batteries. Now this is interesting. The unit itself has a 3000 watt battery, but then it has a battery pack that attaches to it that is also 3000 milliamps. So while it is dual battery, it is all able to be combined as one unit. So that, I thought that was pretty cool. That way you're not having to swap a battery to get the full 6000 total. 5 levels of intensity. It also has auto frequency, so it tries to adapt based on the material, and we'll cut some materials while we're going through this. So this is great for if you have a 3D printer, 3D printed items, resin, or if you're cutting acrylic, different woods, different types of things. So you can see there the adjustable power level. You can use it cordless and corded. That's also a nice feature, so you don't have to worry about your battery running out while you're trying to do your different cuts. The dual blade and different blades there. So you can see the video also off to the right here and their images that I gathered. But right here, the automatic frequency tracking, this could be very important because if it knows what type of material you're cutting against, it will adjust the frequency so that it cuts better, more stable, as it says. So you can see here, removing supports, model edges, plastic sheets, all sorts of different things you can cut through. And then that extra battery that can charge and attach separately. And then one tool, it comes with a bunch of different blades. So curved blades, chisel, sanding strip. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this thing though. Turn the website off here. So here you are. This is the packaging. You see Awgem there. Nice box. Got a bit of heft to it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what we got here. And I appreciate them sending this out for me to review for you, particularly since I have other items like this to review. It makes it nice to be able to have a comparison and kind of give you a feel. So inside the packaging, you have unit and the boxes here. Got foam, got a little manual. So set those aside. So it comes with a little manual here, KE battery powered ultrasonic. You can see different, that's pretty much it there. I'm sure that'll be helpful on how to attach things. And then you've got the unit itself. Actually decent. It's a little bigger than I expected it to, but it's about the same size as the other cutter I have. And so one side here, oh, it has a nice little silicone sleeve over the blade, so that's nice that you can keep reusing that. There you can see the tightener, and it comes with in the cap so that you can tighten and untighten this, and then you store it, boom, back in the cap, and that's magnetic. So that's a nice little feature there. And then, as I said, that battery that you can charge USB-C here. A little bit of plastic over the dials there. Let's remove that. There we go. And then yes, USB-C here, and you can adjust your intensity levels. So again, I really like that it has that dual battery feature. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else is in the box. Put that away there. So in this box, sounds like we've got some different blade options here. Oh, and it does come in a case. It looks like my case was open. So there's all the blades, which we can go through here. I want to be careful grabbing these and putting them in. Looks like you also have a adjustment there. You have some extra torque type screws. That is a lot of little blades. Be nice if there was a little bit of a better organization piece for the blades. It's nice that they include them all. And then I'm sure you're not replacement. So I'm going to close that. Okay, so that's how it would come. There's a little package there. And let's see what we got into this box. So we've got some, those are cutting sleeves to try to keep you from cutting yourself. Okay, in here we have, comes with a charger. And this is a 5-watt 3 amp or 9-volt 3 amp or 12-volt 3 amp or 15-volt 3 amp or 20-volt 3.5. So a 65-watt max. That's a nice heavy-duty charger for this to include. You could use that for more than just charging this guy. So that's very nice, 65 watts there. And then you get an actually pretty decently long cable. And the reason it's 65 watts is because you can use this plugged in. So that's important to know. And that is a nice long cable. That's probably a good 5-foot cable, I would say, that comes with it. So you can plug that in, and then plug into here and use the device while it's plugged in. So that's awesome there. I'm going to just take this, plug it in here. Okay. And then, yes, you get these little anti-cutting fingers. So if you're holding the material and you're cutting, if you accidentally go to the finger, it's supposed to help keep you from cutting your finger. So that is all of the packaging and everything we've got there. Set the power aside there. A little finger socks here. We got our different blades that we could try. Put that all out of the way. Get the USB out of the way here. Now, let's go ahead and power this on and see what we get. So I'm going to press and hold. Or press and hold. There we go. So pressing, holding that one, turn it on. You can see the little icons there. And then you go higher intensity. Let's see if we can get you a little better. And then that's off and on. Now I don't see a specific, well, I guess the battery indicator there, you just get 3 little blurbs. But now this is on. It's also an indicator here on the battery there, 2 or 3. I have a bunch of different materials here we're going to try to cut. So we're going to turn that. I'm going to just use a little screen here, and we're going to change the camera to try to get a closer view. There we go. Actually, you know what? We may still do the overhead one. Because even here, if I zoom down, there we go. Yeah, that's better quality. Okay, so let's start with some, just a piece of wood here. Put this in the frame. And we're on. Let's see. Oh, geez. Wow, that goes quick. Now, I have it on the higher speed, and you can see that smoke, and you can smell the burning wood. But that is cutting like a knife through butter. Holy goodness. There you go. Well, that cut really good. Let's turn the intensity down. Let's put it on like 2 and see if we get the same. So yeah, not cutting as fast, but I'm also not getting to smoke quite as quickly. I mean, it's still cutting on the 2, and it is still getting to the smoking point, but you can see there. Okay, so cutting wood, no absolute issue there. Now this is an interesting one. This is a softer fabric. This is a faux leather, and we'll just put that right here, there. And usually softer materials and ultrasonic cutters do not get along as well. And actually I got to turn it back on. So you can see there how the fabric moves. But actually, wow, that actually cut very nice and easy through it. So I have this set at an intensity of 2, and that cut better than the other unit that I've tried before with a soft material. I mean, honestly, that's actually really good. High marks on that one. Now I've got some PLA here, and so whenever you're 3D printing with PLA, you always get little burrs and different things that need to kind of get cut off. Now, a lot of times with the PLA and an ultrasonic cutter, it does more of a melting versus a cutting. So the intensity level here is nice because if I keep it on the lower intensity, I am doing more cutting than melting, which is good. This actually is a really nice little cutter. I'm happy with that. So yeah, if I was just trying to cut away these little excess bits here, we're still on 2. And you can hear sometimes when it gets into it, the little switch. Yeah. Let's just see here. So I'm going to lop off the little guy here. Let's get a good angle that you can see. So this is on intensity of 2. And you can see it's kind of melting. Woo-hoo. And this is why you keep the little finger sock on. That went quick, but that's nice and smooth there. Let's go ahead and bump it up to a 5 intensity and try it on this one. And at a 5, it definitely, yeah, it melts through there pretty quick. So that's cool. What else I got over here? Ooh, resin. So we got some resin here now. And this was a failed resin print. You can see his little head, flat head there. But this is on a 1 speed. Whee! And it did cut through. Let's up the intensity to a 4. And on the 4, it is cutting through. Let's try it at a 5. Yeah, and 5's a little quicker there. So if I was just trying to cut off this little bit of extra here, that works really well. Let's see about some other little bits. So like there's a little nubbin here, slice off, and turn that off for a minute. Here's another, we already kind of showed cutting through PLA, but if you're at a 5 and you're just trying to cut through, and that's not even like stable. Oh, you can't see. Let me go over here a little bit more. And just bloop, slice right on through. Gotta say, the cutting on this is doing really well. And then here I've got some acrylic. Let's just try the acrylic real quick. And yeah, hot knife through butter on a 5. You can smell the acrylic. Now, the one thing I will say, as I'm holding this, I am accidentally hitting the button here. So you might want to put your blade in upside down and hold this way, and you're less likely to, sorry, there we go, less likely to accidentally hit the button if it's down near your thumb, and just install your blade in reverse. Because when I'm holding here, I'm finding, while yes, it's nice that I can adjust the sensitivity, I'm accidentally hitting that and turning the unit off, which is not what I want to do. So I think if I held it this way with the blade in the reverse direction, I'd be less likely to accidentally turn the unit off. Yeah, that just melts right through. Okay. Let's see if we can put a sander piece onto this. So I'm going to turn that off. We're going to grab the lid cap. And we're going to grab the little bits. And let's see, we've got in here and all our little crazy little bits there. Kibbles and bits. Let's see, do we have... Oh, there is a sander. That's more blades. Ah, there's the sander down here. So this one is the sander piece. No, it doesn't feel like a sander piece. It just feels like a plastic piece. Well, I don't see a sander, but there are a bunch of different blades for sure. And an extension. Yeah, I don't see. Mine may not have come with the sander pieces, so you would probably have to go on their website. But there's a lot of different little blades in here. There we go. Back over where you can see it. And chisels. But let's just see how easy it is to change one of these blades. So you take this. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, as they say. Okay, and that is got a double bladed side. Let's just say we pick up this guy here. And if I want to hold it this way, I can put the blade in like so. Slide the blade all the way in. And then take your little end piece here. Tighten it down. And again, make sure to store that back on the cap. Now I've got a different blade in here, a longer blade, and I did flip it upside down. So now the unit's back on. Just set this aside. Let's go back over here to this guy and just slice on through. Boom. Yeah, that just cuts through. I mean, I just sliced right on in. So yeah, as an ultrasonic cutter, this thing is phenomenal. Some of the other ones have little sanding bits, which can be useful. The chisel bit. Overall, I gotta say, I have a different model, and it cuts, and it has a separate sanding one. But this one actually worked really well. I again appreciate the extra battery piece that you got here that you can change out and charge separately. So this can be charging while you're using this plugged in. Easy enough to use, has a nice cap. Keep the blade on, bam, and got your charging bit there. So yeah, definitely worth checking out at $150. Not a horrible price there for being able to clean up your models, slice, dice, do what you need to do. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and until the next one.